Virgo. I hope you're all doing well. This is your love reading for August 2020. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. And it's not going to resonate for everyone, so just allow your intuition to guide you to anything that feels meaningful for you. And you could check out the other signs that make up your chart. Sometimes those readings contain additional messages. And thank you all so much for your support. If this resonates, please feel free to like and subscribe. So let's start by pulling an overall energy card for you, Virgo. Let's see what the overall energy is for you regarding love for August 2020. And we're getting acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. All right, let's see what's going on with you, Virgo. We're getting justice, the Six of Cups, and the Five of Wands. All right, so we have this overall energy of acceptance, that you're learning to accept things that you cannot change. It feels to me like this is that justice energy for you. You know, this is about getting things that you deserve, but it's also about, it can be about fairness and balance. And it feels to me like you're going to bring a sense of fairness and balance to the things that you cannot change. We do have the Six of Cups. This can be about somebody from your past coming back into your life, a sort of reunion. It can be about unconditional love. And then we have this Five of Wands energy. This Five of Wands is about maybe doing battle, some sort of conflict going on when it comes to justice in your life, something being fair, balanced, equal. And it feels to me like there is unconditional love here in regards to a love situation. And you're learning to accept the fact that things aren't always going to be fair, perfectly fair. You know, it's about give and take. And it feels like you're very conflicted about it almost feels to me like you think you deserve better, or you're not getting from somebody that you're in a love connection, you're not getting what you think you deserve. But you know that there is unconditional love here with this Six of Cups. But you're still a little conflicted about this justice energy. So let's get a card for justice, the Six of Cups, and the Five of Wands. And we're getting the Emperor. You know, but this is about coming into your power, Virgo. This is about using your power, your authority, you know, kind of leading the way here. You know, taking the lead in the situation with this Emperor card. You know, this is fire energy. This can be about taking some action in your power. So it feels to me with this Emperor energy, you're deciding to take your power back by this acceptance, by learning to accept the things that you cannot change. You love the person that you're connected with. Like I said, there just feels like things are maybe a little bit out of balance with this justice energy, and that's bringing some conflict into the situation here. But I do have this Emperor energy, like I said, where it feels like you're gonna, how you take your power back in this situation, bring balance, start to bring balance, and I wouldn't say necessarily fairness and equality, because nothing is exactly fair, nothing is exactly equal in a relationship. You know, but starting to bring things into balance, you're going to take the power to have acceptance that sometimes one scale dips and the other rises, and vice versa. You know, it's about the give and take, but balancing out the give and take. So there's a time when you're more of a giver. There's a time when you're more of a taker, and actually balancing that energy, you know, so it's more even when it comes to this, when the scales dip, if that makes any sense. So let's get a card for this row. And we're getting calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And it does feel like, so with this calling in your soulmate and about the energy of bringing you two together, it does feel like this conflict has caused you to maybe um, spend some time apart from each other, maybe not be as open to each other as you normally would be. But this is your soulmate. Like I said, we have unconditional love here. So it feels like, in this accepting things that you cannot change, and you're learning this. Overall, though, no matter what, there is unconditional love here. It feels like the feelings are mutual between the two of you. And because there is this unconditional love, that's why you're willing to accept the things you cannot change. It's like, do I like it? Do I like the situation? Not necessarily, but is it a deal breaker? And the answer is no, because you feel like this is your soulmate. So let's get some more cards here for you, Virgo. And we're getting the Five of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Lovers. So, yeah, so here we have, like, here's another five. So as you're battling, it feels like this month you're working through this process of acceptance of this other person that you're connecting with, learning to love their flaws, learning to accept their flaws, and also accept your own flaws. We have this Five of Swords energy, and this is more battle and more conflict, but this feels to me it's more about battling your truth here. This Five of Wands energy is more of like a tug of war, a back and forth between you and this other person. You guys were doing battle, a little bit of some sort of passionate battle between this acceptance and between equality, fairness, and balance in this situation. But this Five of Swords, like I said, you've decided to take power of the situation with this Emperor card. And how you're taking your power back is this acceptance. Accepting the things that you can't change. And here's you're doing battle in your mind. You've been doing some mental battle. Almost feels like you've been fighting, the fact that the scales aren't always balanced, that there is some give and take when it comes to these scales. But you're victorious in this battle, in your mental energy. And here we go. This, your acceptance is going to bring, a lot of happy times. You guys make each other happy. You and this other person, you guys make each other very happy. And once you allow this acceptance energy to come in, there's going to be, in August, there's going to be happy times and celebrations here with this Three of Cups. Because here we go. We have the Lovers card. Yet another card of soulmate energy here. We have calling in your soulmate. And we have the Lovers, which is a deep spiritual connection. Two people coming together that maybe have a karmic tie, that are, bound soulmate energy. So let's get a card for the Five of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Lovers. And we're getting the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Coins. So it feels to me like, this is you being determined, focused. It feels to me like you're learning something. You're learning how to bring about balance, and learning that things aren't always going to be balanced all the time. You're learning about that. You're learning about this situation, maybe in all aspects of your life: home, family, friends, your job, your hobbies, whatever. You're learning that this acceptance is going to, brings you a lot of happiness. It allows this unconditional love to come into your life. This acceptance is going to allow you to bring more balance into the situation. We have the Emperor energy here, which is about leadership and power. And it feels like to me, here you are, you're learning, you're studying hard, you're focusing, on making your world your tangible world a better place. So let's get a card for this row. And we're getting, it's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And that's what you're learning, is that even though you might be dissatisfied with a certain situation from time to time with your partner, this person you're connected with, you might not be 100%. Nobody's perfect. Nothing is perfect. But you're learning to accept the little things that maybe bug you just a little bit, things that irritate you a little bit. And you're learning that, acceptance doesn't mean that you're giving up anything. It doesn't mean that you're getting less than. It just means that you're not able to change this situation. And so, coming to acceptance actually brings a lot of loving energy in and allows you to open your heart so that you're giving and receiving. Like I said, there's a time to take and there's a time to give in all situations. And that not everything is 100% balanced. These scales aren't 100% balanced all the time. For some of you, we have Libra energy, we have Aries energy, we have Gemini energy. So you could be connecting with somebody who, who has those signs in their chart, but it's just about connecting with maybe some of the energy, some of the traits of those signs. So very nice energy. Like I said, it feels like, we do have a little battling energy. So it feels like you're going to be battling your passion, a passionate conflict with a person that you're connecting with. But because there's this unconditional love, you're willing, you're having a tug of war with this other person, but you're willing to come to this acceptance. And in this acceptance, you're going to be in your power. You're going to be very powerful when you allow this acceptance to come in. And that's going to enable you to lead the way into this happy times, this celebrations. Like I said, you're overcoming this tug of war, this passionate tug of war with the person you're connected with. And you're also overcoming and winning the battle of your mental energy. When you weren't willing to accept these little things, it feels almost, Virgo, like this is a little bit of nitpicky energy for you. Just little nitpicky things you may have been complaining about, but you're kind of learning that creates kind of this tug of war energy. Because this other person is who they are. And, these things, you discover that these things aren't necessarily worth fighting about, that you love them unconditionally, and they love you unconditionally. And coming to this acceptance, it brings you back to this happy times, this celebration. There is a lot of happiness. You guys make each other very happy. Like I said, we have 2 cards about soulmate energy, and then we have this learning card here. You are learning that it's safe for you to love. You are learning to accept the things you cannot change. So very nice energy. Let's see what the overall guidance, what's the best advice for Virgo? And we're getting heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings for each other. So here you are, through this process, it's best to have a heart-to-heart conversation. This reading flows very nicely, with your soulmate, with this person that you're deeply connected to. The best advice is to have heart-to-heart conversations and be honest and discuss your feelings. Discuss the fact that you're learning something here. That you guys have unconditional feelings for each other, unconditional love. You guys are soulmates. You belong together. And like I said, this is about learning, letting them know that you're learning to accept the things you cannot change. And, that's this learning process, this acceptance process is actually going to bring the scales more closer into balance in regards to this love situation. So very nice, beautiful energy for you. And I hope this was helpful. And until next time, I'm wishing you lots of love and many blessings.